Hello everyone, Defensive Architect here, coming to you with a video. And this game is going to be between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. This is a playoff game here, a wild card playoff game. And this is our third time playing this team. This is a division rival, as many of you know. And I believe we beat them twice. I think we beat them twice, but both games were very close, as usual. Most of these divisional games are very close to begin with, so you just have to kind of be prepared for these kinds of games. But this game was pretty good too. We had a good defensive game here, and we were mixing things up and such. Oh, but I should let you know as well, lately I've been having some latency issues and, a little bit of a internet connection issue with my content. I mean, lately I've had to start over games like several times because the latency was pretty bad. It doesn't happen often, but it happens enough. I am playing on Stadia, which is the streaming service, which is the cloud service. I'm sorry, cloud gaming, and it works pretty well actually. I may do a review on Stadia. I may or may not, but anyway, yeah, that's besides the point. The point is that the latency in the game lately it's been pretty severe, but it wasn't too bad in this game. So I think I didn't really have any latency issues in this game. Hopefully I didn't, but yeah. So with that said, there were a few good defensive plays here while I was talking through the game, talking about some silly latency. But yeah, the last couple of plays have been really good. And, as far as making plays, that was almost a pick, or at least a bat down. And this defense has been up and down, even though we are number one in the league in defense. Defensively, we've been statistically doing some phenomenal things. We lead the league in sacks and in takeaways, which are two of the most important stats for me, my teams, the way that I run these teams and the way that I build these teams. I try to get to the quarterback as fast as possible, try to get pressure up front, and hopefully that can create some turnovers, which apparently statistically we've been able to do. So, we were really, really good throughout the season. But more importantly, my offense has gotten dramatically better. Things have just gotten insanely better. My offense is number one in the league. We lead the league in rushing touchdowns, rushing yards. We also are like fourth in pass touchdowns. So we've been doing really good overall as a team, just as a total team, total offense and total defense. We're a complete team, and it's taken about 3 or 4 seasons to get here, but nonetheless, it was definitely worth it. Here we are in the playoffs, and making plays already, and we're doing okay. I mean, we have given up just under 50 yards so far in the first quarter, which ordinarily wouldn't be that bad, because there are plenty of teams out there giving up a whole lot of yards in the first quarter. But 58 yards, 48 to 58 yards after that play, that's a lot of yards to be given up for the type of defense that we do have. And we're much better than this, and for whatever reason, when I do decide to record games, this is where the offense of the other team starts to really ramp up. I'm just talking at this point, but yeah, it's always interesting though. I start recording the games, and then suddenly, the offenses just start to, just kind of go crazy. like that, threading the needle. I mean, that was a roped pass. I mean, that he threw that thing on a string, and it just got between like 3 or 4 defenders. Ordinarily, if I wasn't recording this, that would be just a straight pick. Um, that was a good defensive play there. Nice bat down, good position. But nonetheless, the score is tied. We're doing good. Our offense is responding well, as well. When they score, then we score, type of thing. So, things are looking up. Things are looking good here. So far in the first quarter, it is a little bit out of control for my liking. Just in terms of how the pass defense is going so far. And yeah, we have given up over 100 yards already in the first quarter. So this is already kind of looking shaky. And, now we're trying to mix things up. So now we're going to implement some of our audible packages and stuff like that. And also what I tend to do, or what I have been doing lately, especially throughout this season, I've been really just reversing the position. So I would just reverse the play, and I would just kind of switch up the coverage. So my coverage audibles are becoming much more intact. So in other words, I'm not audibling so much to the point where I'm just changing plays completely and things of that nature. I'm just rearranging the current play, the current look and the current play that I'm showing the quarterback. But it's hit and miss too, just like everything else on this game. One day it could be, everything is just perfect and you get like 4 picks in a game. Then another day you give up 5 touchdowns. So, that's just kind of the way it goes a lot of times with this game. But so far so good. Nonetheless, it's the end of the first quarter. So right now we're tied, and this is where I tend to really turn my defense up a little bit more. I might get after the quarterback here. I might not. I might just stay in coverage. But, as long as they're passing underneath, it's all good. I'm not tripping about it. So as you can see here in this cut, we're up 13-10. I think I forgot to record on one of these defensive sequences, and I just had it on pause. Sometimes I get a little bit into the game when I'm trying to, just show my defensive content, and I just get caught up in the game sometimes and forget to record some of my defensive sequences. So I think the last sequence I didn't record, but I withstood their drive, and I only gave up 3 points, and then I scored a touchdown on the other end. So that's why it's 13-10. But and I know that most of you guys, there's some of you who ask me to show the offense. There's some of you who ask me, to just show the whole game. But this is a defensive channel, so I'm really just showcasing the defense, and that's why I'm not showing the whole game. Okay, and plus, I like to have total control of the game, because my offense is very much a part of the defensive process, as my defense is itself. So that's why I'm not doing things like, playing defense only, for example, and stuff like that, because I don't want the Chiefs to get really out of control on offense where, my guy's throwing like 4 picks and, putting our defense in a bad position and all of that. I don't want to deal with that. So I just tend to control the whole game, but I will only record the defense, and I'll pause when I'm on offense. So sometimes that causes me to get really into the game while it's paused, and I forget, like, oh snap, I gotta record the game. But but anyway, yeah, right now they're driving the ball on us. What's new? Whoa, that's the stuff I hate. You guys already know how I feel about that. That should have been a pick. That would have been to the house. We should be up 19-10 or 20-10. So nonetheless, we got to keep playing. But that is really annoying when I put my guys in position and they don't make a play. We're too good for that. So anyway, we're doing okay. Hopefully we can get off the field here. Yes, indeed. So we're off the field finally. Well, not completely. They're going to try to attempt a field goal here. So hopefully we can. Okay. So they scored there. We scored on our possession, so now we're up 20-13. And we held the ball for about less than 4 minutes, maybe. It was a real quick drive. So our offense has gotten really turned up, and I'm really good. I'm really glad for that as well, because we can implement a lot more clock control and give our defense some rest and things of that nature. Which is very important. You have to understand that with your offense, you're going to have to put together drives and such, in order for you to really be able to give your defense some rest, because that's a real thing on this game. You got to give your defense rest. You cannot score too fast, and you can't have 3 and outs, because that's going to result to guys turning yellow and red, in their fatigue meters and stuff, and you don't want that. You want guys to be well rested when they get back out in the field, which is what these guys are right now. That was a really good stuff right there. Really, really nice stuff. Really good stuff. Rushing defense there. So so far we're at 2nd and long, and we know that this is now passing territory. Wow, another missed opportunity. This time from the safety. But we got them on their heels now, so now we can have a little bit of fun out in the secondary. Hopefully get a pick or two. Okay, now they're trying to run. They're trying to throw us off, but that didn't work, clearly. So now they got a punt, and we're going to get the ball here. And so our defense has just gotten much better. I mean, significantly better, even better than the seasons prior that you guys have witnessed. So you're witnessing firsthand, our defense getting better incrementally. Our offense scored again, so once again, our offense is turned up, and we're doing some good stuff. We held the ball for a long time that time, so now they only have 40 seconds to work with of offense. So in this quarter. So, that's what we like to see. We want to see this kind of stuff. And here we go. Now, here in our coverage, I'm playing base coverage. So that's kind of a new thing that I've been doing. Okay. So that worked against me. That definitely worked against me, because they just broke right through the seam, right down the center. So that wasn't good. But anywho, we had to punt on that possession. Or possession after that. So now they have the ball back. And as I was saying earlier, ordinarily that wouldn't happen like that. Wow, that's cheesy. That little block cheese, that's really silly. But anyway, the biggest thing here with our pass coverage has been going in and out of our base coverage and our man-to-man look. So as far as our alignments, I should say our alignments, I'm adjusting and audibling that. So that's what you're witnessing every now and then when you see guys break out into coverage. And actually right now, now I'm in base. And what happens is when you go to that base coverage set, when you audible to that, that more often than not covers the middle, which is why you saw that seam play work against me. Because, again, when you adjust your defense to cover one aspect of your coverages, you're going to sacrifice another part of your coverage. Okay. So that was a long pass. Those little the needle passes and all that stuff, that's kind of cheesy too, but hey, I'd rather that than them be wide open. So now they're trying to turn it up and drive down the field, which is what you're going to get every now and then playing this game. Like I said, there's a lot of things that are inevitable about this game, especially when you're playing on all Madden. I'm playing on all Madden, So I don't know anything else. That's all I play on is all Madden. And there's a whole lot of stuff that happens when you when you play on all Madden. But yeah, when you're playing in your coverages, when you turn to the base coverage, which is what I'm doing right now, it covers the middle. It covers the middle area of the field because they're kind of bunching up, especially the linebackers. They're kind of bunching up that middle, so you're not giving up a lot of plays in the middle, but you'll give up a lot of plays in the seams and a lot of plays underneath. So, again, when you cover one aspect of your defense, another part of your defense is exposed. You can't cover everything. You can't cover all bases. When you do one thing, you're giving up another. So I'm just like here. I'm turning back to the base coverage. So I'm in base. Now they're going to run, and saw that little cheesy tackle. Okay, so yeah, they got a good run out of that. They're driving down the field, so I'll give them that. They're in the red zone now, so they've successfully successfully have driven down the field against us. But as you can see, we got a sack here. So and we've improved greatly as far as our red zone defense. I think we're I want to say third or fourth. I have to check again. Third or fourth in red zone defense. More cheesy stuff going on. Again, you're playing on all Madden. There's a lot of cheesy activity that happens. So, you just got to be prepared for that. The offset to that is to just make plays. That's just what you got to do to offset that. Like this. You got to make plays. Right? So, Davis has been really instrumental for this team. I really enjoy Davis's defense, him and playing middle linebacker. He's been like clutch for this team. So far we've been doing okay. So now it's 3rd and goal. They're on the 1-yard line. We got to make a stop here. We have to make a stop. We know they're passing. Oh, okay, they're running. So, which is probably why they scored. I thought they would. Well, honestly, that's kind of how my defense is structured. I want to cover the pass more than the run. I'd rather than run it in than pass it in. So anyway, yeah, we scored on our possession. We drove down the field and we scored a field goal. So that's why we're up by, wow, more cheesy stuff. But that's why we're up by 2. We scored a field goal late. But here we go with the cheese. That's good. That's really good defense. That's what we want. We want passes underneath. They got 1 timeout left. So hopefully we can make a stop here. Oh yes, that was crucial. Good coverage, very crucial. So I'm turning to my cover 3, and we're trying to give up plays underneath. So we're trying to get them to. There we go. That's what we want. So now they got to do their Hail Mary, and this pretty much will conclude that. This pretty much will conclude this game. Yeah, so here they are on their Hail Mary, and this should be the end of the game, and it is. So yeah, guys, we're moving on to the divisional round, and we've definitely stole a game here. I don't know why, but we had to steal this game. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. The next video will be the divisional round. Until next time, signing out. Have a good day.